In case you're new, I'm Marco Game Dev, and I made a little game called Metro Gravity. It's a gravity-bending Metroidvania rhythm game, and it's been out for a little bit over a month. 2 or 3 days before the release of the game, this guy named Ritz showed up in my DMs, and I'm like, "Who's this? I know this name." Oh my god, it's the guy, the pseudo, he made. Oh my god! And he was like, "Hello, I heard you're releasing your game soon. Good luck." He didn't actually disappear into the darkness. He's actually a chill guy. Anyway, I was telling him about how releasing Metro Gravity blew every single expectation I had out of the water, especially since it's my first game and I really didn't know what I was doing. Like, if you told me this many people were gonna play and enjoy the game, I would have said you're crazy. Seeing people enjoy the game, discussing with each other, overcoming the challenges, getting high scores, appreciating the little details, making fan art. Thank you guys so much. If I sound like I'm chill about it, I'm not chill. That shit was actually giving me tears of joy. At the same time, I'll read like one negative review and I'll be like, "It's over. They found out my game sucks." But I think that's just how it is when you're so passionate about something and you release it to the world. Like, I care at least 30 times more about what people think about Metro Gravity than of me. Okay, I'm not good at marketing. I hate thinking about it. I bet some of you are like, "Wait, the game's out?" And that's my fault, okay? It's still a major success for my expectations, especially for the genre and how weird it is. I don't even know what genre it is. If you're wondering how much money I made, let's just say I can buy at least 2 second monitors. But there's also some voice in my head telling me I could have done some things differently, and I missed out on selling like 7 bajillion copies like Balatro. And like, no, shut up. This is amazing. You could not have asked for anything better than what happened. Honestly, I didn't really do shit, so I don't know what this section is about. I think Iron Pineapple is like 80% of the people who know about the game. I do have some advice though. If by any chance you happen to release a game on Steam, you will get a ton of bot emails asking for multiple Steam keys for your game. I was so happy at first because I was like, yay, people want to show my game. I don't have to reach out to people. But no, they're all trying to resell keys. This guy started his email with "Dear guys." I had a guy pretending to be the Brad Rad. Look, I'm not mad about scammers, but I am a little bit upset that they were only asking for like 2 to 5 keys. Are you saying you only think you'll be able to sell 2 to 5 Steam keys of Metro Gravity? I'm offended. My advice is you gotta do reaching out yourself. This probably extends way further than game development, but anyone emailing you is most likely a scammer. You have to do the reaching out. Unfortunately, that makes you look like the scammer, but that's why you gotta send a lot of emails to see who bites. I even sent a Steam key to like Northern Lion and Markiplier just in case, as if I was doing them a huge favor by saving them $12.99. It did not work, but I tried. Now, on to the topic of the video. So a few people, including friends and family, have asked me, "What are you gonna do now?" So I tell them, there's a couple of things I can do. I can work on totally new game ideas, or I can do some updates for Metro Gravity. Just now I released patch 1.1 called the Drumsticks of Doom update. Sounds way more epic than it really is. It adds slightly more difficult boss patterns, only because it was easy for me to do because of my cool system, and an easy mode, so everyone's happy, I guess. It also adds a speedrunning mode that lets you skip text and displays the actual game time. Oh, and the main thing, 2 new skins for Stephanie. There's 8 skins in the game now. I love making skins. I see why the Stellar Blade developers keep making them. If you want to try it out, you can wishlist Metro Gravity's out. You can buy it. Or wishlist, so when it goes on sale, you get it. Now, for update 1.2, it may or may not be a level editor with Steam Workshop support, if I can figure that out. It's still deep in the pre-alpha stages, but I'm basically trying to make Mario Maker with my game, where I'm thinking you can make your own level layouts, puzzles with logic and sequences, enemy combos, maybe upload your own music, stuff like that. I'm not confident it's going to be good, or if it's going to be a pain in the ass to use, or how long it's going to take, since I'm basically making a game maker for the game that I made, but it is a potential thing that you may see in the future. Honestly, if it doesn't end up being feasible, even these like bare bones tools I'm testing right now is kind of giving me inspiration for level designs for me to use, since I'm making them from Stephanie's perspective. Usually I'm an omnipotent narrator zooming around the map, so this is really cool. Wait, for me to use, but I'm done with the game. There may be a DLC for this game, but I don't have any of it made because I don't want to do the thing where the big company takes a chunk of what would have been the base game and charges you extra for it. Anyways, the reason reason is that I see a couple of people are somewhat intrigued by the story. I knew the story was vague and I didn't focus too much on it, but I think it was a little too vague. Like the final sequence of the game is kind of like, whoa, okay, that was epic, but like what the hell just happened? Oh, there's the credits, okay, which is what I was going for, but I also don't really give you enough info to paint a full picture of what's going on. And I might be a little biased, but I think the full picture is pretty cool. So I'm thinking if I make a DLC, it's going to be a From Software level DLC relative to Metro Gravity. It's going to be like another 0.8 Metro Gravities, maybe. I have a couple of ideas that were either scrapped or way out of scope in the base game that I'd like to implement. And I'll go a lot harder with the story part, if I can think of a way to do it. New characters, areas, tools, enemies, bosses, the whole 9 yards. But this is like far away from now. Like I might release another game or two before that happens. During my time making this game, I came up with a lot of other ideas for future games I could create, but I can't really decide which one will be the most feasible and most enjoyable for me to make. Honestly, when I think about how much work I did for Metro Gravity, it's a lot harder for me to just start a new project, because like I'm much more aware of the time and effort it requires. With Metro Gravity, it was like, oh, I can use that gravity controller I made last week, but in a Metroidvania. I didn't see all of this coming. I was naive. But obviously, having more experience is a good thing, because now I think I know how to come up with more focused games. The main problem with Metro Gravity, well, my main issue, is that rhythm and puzzle don't have anything to do with each other. Like, I know it's obvious, but like, imagine playing Portal and then GLaDOS is just a Geometry Dash level. Like, what the fuck? Obviously, some people would like it, but those people like Geometry Dash and Portal. If you love Portal but hate Geometry Dash, the whole experience is gonna give you a sour taste in your mouth. If you love tomatoes but hate pickles, it doesn't matter how many tomatoes are in the sandwich. If there's a pickle, you're not gonna like the sandwich. So for my future games, I naturally lean towards making game mechanics that complement and make sense with each other more often. All of my ideas are very different from Metro Gravity, which I don't know how good that is, because maybe people were expecting more of this kind of thing from me. I don't know. I got this one idea where it's just the part of Ghost of Tsushima where you fight a bunch of guys and it's in a manga style. Another one that's just about climbing, like Cairn plus White Knuckle plus Shadow of the Colossus. I got an idea for a movement shooter, Yandere Simulator parody, dog training game. I had a longer section written for this part where I'd go into more detail about the ideas, but like I had no footage and it was kind of just a yap session, which I did not want to bore you with and I did not want to edit. Actually, maybe I should try doing a game jam. I never did one of those. I just want to say thanks again for your support. Like seriously, thank you. It's ridiculous. I will keep making more stuff and I will keep talking about said stuff, and I hope you guys enjoy the ride. Like, share, subscribe, buy the game or wishlist if you want. Bye.